Hello. Today I'm trying something a little bit different. I really wanted to film this stretching yoga video from a different angle so that you could better see the stretches, especially for some of the ones we're going to do today. If you're struggling with some pain in certain areas of your body, high stress and tension, or you're having difficulty sleeping, then I really encourage you to try these stretches with me. I think they're gonna help relieve a lot of that for you and just help you feel a lot better, more energized, and pain-free. I stretch basically every day, and I am actively working to improve my flexibility and mobility. I thought it would be fun for you to join along on this journey with me. Obviously, you don't have to do it every day, but I still want to share some of the things I've been doing with you so that you can join along, and hopefully you'll find it soothing, relaxing, peaceful, and just a nice way to connect with each other. So get comfy on the floor. If you have a yoga mat, grab that. If not, just a carpet or comfortable floor. And actually, we're going to start with the butterfly stretch. Okay, I love this angle because you can really see. So you're going to sit like so, as close as you can get to your feet, and just wiggle your legs up and down like this, like a butterfly fluttering its wings. By the way, I hope that you can hear the birds chirping outside. A lot of the flowers are blooming, and every morning I hear the birds, and it's so nice. So I wanted to try to include that in today's video. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can push down with your elbows onto your knees to really enhance that stretch. Okay, leaning forward, just a rocking motion. Now, rocking motion has been linked to cortisol reduction. If you don't know, cortisol is a stress hormone, and it increases in your body when you're very stressed, not managing your health and wellness very well, and it leads to a bunch of bad things. So we don't want high cortisol. We don't want that. So for some reason, rocking is really good for releasing pain and trauma in the body, not only physically but like mentally. It's a very soothing thing, and I don't know the full science behind it per se. I could hypothesize, but yeah, I don't know. There's something about it, so don't feel silly rocking. Okay, gentle, and also helping to improve the flexibility. Okay, good. Now I encourage you to continue breathing some nice big breaths throughout this session. So in through the nose. And when you're stretching and pushing, you can release, allowing you to go deeper into the stretch. Okay. Now we're gonna move into a hip mobility stretch, and you're gonna potentially hate me for this. Now you don't have to do the extremity of what I'm doing, but you're gonna start by turning. This will also stretch your ankles, thighs, your back. Okay, so we're putting our legs behind and challenging yourself to lean all the way to the floor, okay? If you want, you can just do elbows, or you can go all the way down, okay? And just embrace this stretch for a bit. Keep breathing. Feel yourself getting lower to the ground. Again, if that's too painful, you can go on your elbows, or you can just practice leaning back like so if it's all too much. If this is even too much, you can try maybe tucking your feet under you. The more you spread them out, the more you're really stretching and pushing your body to its limit. Do this for as long as you can. I can't do it for that long. I feel like I'm gonna get stuck there. But we're gonna move on to a pigeon stretch on both sides. So, sort of like a partial split, I guess you could say. This is gonna stretch your glutes, your legs, your hips, and it's sort of relaxing, I think. So follow my lead. Make sure you can see your bottom leg here is going to be stretched all the way out, and this leg tucked under, and can you see? Laying down like so. Again, you can continue to rock. Pressing up. You can lift this leg, reach back. If you're feeling flexy, now switch sides. See what I'm in view here. Breathe. Now, we're gonna come into what is called cow. Well, tabletop first. So that's where you're just in a tabletop, hips tucked. You're just on all fours. And you're going to go first to your cat, pushing your butt up, lifting your chin up, pushing into the ground with your hands, arching back, okay? Actually, do this angle. Okay, that's better. Okay, so, and then the cow will be tucking hips, abs tight, lift up, stretch, push again into the ground with your hands, but really stretch your back all the way through. And we're gonna be moving back and forth between these two for a little while, so just follow my lead, okay? Okay, good job. Now I'm gonna turn to face you again. We're gonna push up into the downward dog, which is just making this sort of angle with your body, hips high in the air. You're gonna push into the mat with your palms and try to get your heels to touch the ground, okay? Watch what I do. And coming down into a plank position. Hold that for a second. You can then drop the hips, tuck your head back, hips to the ground. This is the cobra. And I'm going to show this from the side angle as well. Downward dog. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And into plank. Down into cobra. And move through this a few times, okay? Push your flexibility. Try to really go as far as you can without hurting yourself, okay? Back into tabletop and down into child's pose. I will show this from another angle as well so you can see. Okay, child's pose. I'm going to stay here for a little while and breathe and meditate. Okay, pick it back up. We're here again. I want to move on to some smaller muscle groups and some easier stretches, I would say, since we did just do full body. So we're going to do a bit of shoulder and neck stretching to make sure that we don't run into any problems when we're sleeping later, or get any sort of whiplash or anything in your neck. And so much tension is held in the neck for so many people. So let's relieve that. So you're gonna grab like this with one hand, reach your hand out, pull and gently rotate your hand like so, okay? And pulling and reaching with your hand. Okay, this is gonna feel really intense probably for many of you. And just keep stretching there. Rotate your head a bit. And to the other side. Gentle pressure and reaching long with your hand, rotating your arm. Wiggle it around a bit, okay? So many people wake up with a stiff neck. You ever notice that? If you go to bed full of tension, most likely you will hold it in your sleep. It's not like once you're asleep, you're gonna just release all your tension. That's not always true. I find that sometimes I'm quite tense when I sleep, and when I wake up, I'm like tired and like sore. Especially being someone that works out so much, my muscles aren't used to not flexing, so it's like they get confused. So that's why I do things like this to recalibrate, to be at ease sometimes. Okay, and then head forward and back, okay? This will be good for the tech neck that you all probably have. I definitely do. And then rolling, rolling, rolling. This always makes me a little dizzy. Rolling. Now for your shoulders, I'm just gonna keep it kind of simple, but put your arms up like so, so they're actually straight out and like in a right angle, like so, okay? And you're going to rotate 90 degrees down and back up. So from straight up down to 90 degrees. This might look a little weird on the video from this angle, but again, you're only going down about 90 degrees and back up to your fists pointing up towards the sky. And just move through that to stretch and release your shoulder, rotator cuff area. A lot of people like pull muscles in this area. Shoulders are very overused. Definitely, I am guilty of this. Okay, and then you can actually tuck in, do a little pigeony bird chicken wing, and make little, or I guess kind of big circles. And then reverse. You have done such a fabulous job. I know that this was a lot of stretching and it was pretty much full body. These are definitely parts of my body I stretch most often and find to be the most useful for keeping me limber with everything that I do. So I would recommend, you could do this every day, and I promise you, if you did this every day, you would get more flexible. I promise you, you would improve your mobility, and I promise you, you would have some pain relief. Okay, as long as you're doing them properly and not pushing yourself beyond your limit. But it's just basic mobility training. It's science. It will work. Consistency is everything. I hope you found this relaxing. You can do it in the morning when you get up. You can do it before bed or midday during your lunch break, whatever. Just you gotta relieve that tension. You gotta get that cortisol down and relieve some stress so you can go the rest of your day with minimal anxiety, just feeling more energized. Okay, so thank you for being here and taking this first step, and I hope you will come back for some more stretching relaxation videos. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more videos like so, and I will see you soon, my love. Bye.